Hi everyone, and welcome to Doula Tips Tuesday. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Yeah, I'm a little excited. I always am, but I'm really excited because we just launched the 1 million people trained campaign by Doulagivers, and I am so excited about it. Why? Because we have found 3 distinct gifts that this level 1 Doulagivers End of Life Doula training offers. So let me share with you today, Doula Tips Tuesday is how befriending death is one of the greatest things that we can do. Bringing death back into the natural fold of life is one of the greatest things that we can do. And I'm going to share with you, not from what I'm saying, I want to share with you the feedback in the comments from people who've taken the level 1 End of Life Caregiver training by Doulagivers to learn to care for those at the end of life. We have found again that there are 3 gifts that this training is given, and I am going to pull from what I've gotten the feedback exactly verbatim. Number 1, it has empowered people. It has empowered, and again, this is really why it was designed, to empower people to learn the skills, teach them the skills of how to care for someone they love at the end of life, hopefully before they ever need it, because that is really when we learn. The empowerment, being able to understand what's happening, being able to remember that end of life is a natural process and not to be afraid. Being able to feel less stress so that you're grounded, you can be present with your loved one. This was, again, a major part of why I developed this training, but it has other gifts that it has brought in, and the feedback has been incredible. So empowerment is the first gift that we get when we bring back death into the natural fold of life. The second is healing grief. And let me just pull this for a minute. I want to share, and I'm going to read directly. I get a little emotional when I look at these, and this is, again, what fuels my passion and purpose is exactly what I'm going to share with you. These are the emails that I get. These are the Facebook messages that I get every week, tons of them, and this is why we have to get out there and share this information. So this beautiful woman emailed me and she said, my sister died 5 hours ago. Because of this training, I was able to be with her without fear. The gift you have given me is absolutely priceless. Kathy P, that's one. Stay with me on this, okay? Because this is emotional when I read them, especially all at once. Second one is about the gift of healing grief from this training. This woman writes, thank you so much. When my son died, I just felt broken when he kept saying he wanted to go home. I replied that he was home. I get it now. He was telling his mama he wanted to go and saying his goodbye. Thank you so very much. I have to share with you. There is a universal language of death. There are common themes, common things that people say at the end of life from all over the world, from all different cultures, different backgrounds, different religions. And when I started to hear these as a young hospice nurse, I started to pay close attention, because if they're saying these things, then we need to listen. And one of them is that people talk about going home. I'm going home. And they're not talking about a physical home. They're talking about a bigger home. So what does that bring into our awareness? I can never imagine losing a child. But for somebody to write in that taking this training is able to bring them peace from having their son have an end of life. I mean, just one beautiful, incredible email after the other that we have got to support each other with education, with this beautiful space that unites us in our humanity, not just end of life, but life itself. So healing grief, that was one example. Here's another. We got an email that said, I feel healed from my parents' death issues that I have carried for the last 40 plus years. I learned so much. Your compassion comes through every word. I can't thank you enough for sharing this beautiful journey. Thank you. 40 years holding on, and this is not the first time I've heard this. I hear this all the time. The guilt of not being there, the guilt of not knowing what was happening, whatever it may be, we've got to befriend our end of life as being a natural part of our life. And here's one of the most exciting things that I feel is it teaches us how to live. There are, again, universal laws that are in place. And when you work in the space of end of life, it teaches you everything about life and how to live. So this beautiful woman writes, I came across one of your posts on Facebook quite by accident, and I want to say thank you so much for helping me finally find my purpose in life. I have never been more excited about life and learning than I am now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're a wonderful gift. So that is inspiring. What I want to share with you is that I'm going to share with you the inside pearls of wisdom. What I call the spiritual eyes. People towards the end of life get their spiritual eyes, their spiritual wisdom, and they'll talk about what's important to them. They'll talk about experiences that we've had, and that every single thing was on purpose and an opportunity for us to grow spiritually. And what is the whole life's journey about? Presence, compassion, being connected, and showing up for one another. Gratitude, service. So when I share with you that bringing death back into the natural fold of life, your awareness, it allows you to live each and every day so much differently. It's a whole different perspective. I remember that I have never started living as full as when I was a hospice nurse. When I became a hospice nurse and worked in the end of life space is when I started to fully live each day on a whole new level. Why? Being able to take a walk around the lake had a whole new meaning. Coming home from work and being able to take my doggie around the lake because I was able to, because I gazed at the beautiful sky and the sunshine and just basked in this moment of presence, because we just don't know how many we have. Living each day like one little lifetime with gratitude, with service, with kindness, with compassion, with presence. So these are the pearls, these are the things. And again, when we learn about end of life, we can heal, we can be empowered, and we can be inspired. So on today's Doula Tips Tuesday, I want to share with you how bringing death back into our awareness and befriending it is one of the greatest things we can do to teach us how to live. And if you, again, would like to be part of this outreach, this is the 1 Million People Trained campaign is on now. We are having it translated into 4 different other languages as we speak. We are so excited. This is always offered for free, monthly, live, online, and I stay on and answer all of your questions after the actual training. I will put the link below. Please share it. And for more details, you can visit doulagivers.com and you can go to the 1 Million Trained campaign page. Thank you, everyone. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next Doula Tips Tuesday.